All right, let's talk about one of the most maddening experiences the human mind can cook up, that endless churning loop of overthinking. You know the one. But more importantly, we're going to get into the hidden reason why simply telling yourself to stop just doesn't work. And this quote just nails it, doesn't it? It's the core of the whole problem. You are perfectly aware you're doing it. You can see that mental hamster wheel spinning, you can put a name to it, you can describe it perfectly, and yet it just keeps on going. So what is really happening inside your brain in those moments? So that brings us to our first big idea here, the awareness paradox. We're going to dig right into that frustrating gap between knowing you're overthinking and actually being able to do a single thing about it. Look, if you've had that moment of clarity, that little aha, I'm doing it again thought, but the mental gears kept grinding anyway, you've got to understand this. That is not a personal failure. It doesn't mean you're weak or broken. It's actually a massive clue about how your brain is built. And here's the absolute game changer. That relentless loop, it isn't your brain malfunctioning. It's a feature of its design, working as intended. Seriously. And once you really get that, all the self-blame starts to fall away, and you can finally see what the real problem is. All right, so that takes us right into our next section, where we need to bust a huge myth about what your brain's real job actually is. See, most of us walk around with this idea that our brain is a thinking machine, that it sees what's happening and then logically thinks about how to respond. But the reality? It's something else entirely. Your brain is, first and foremost, a prediction machine. Its main job isn't to react, it's to constantly guess what's coming next. So what does that even mean, a prediction machine? Well, every single second, it's running these little simulations of the future. It's guessing what that person's comment really meant or what's going to happen in that meeting. The thing is, this all happens automatically, way below your conscious awareness, and it's hardwired with a bias towards spotting potential danger. That's not your brain being negative, by the way. It's just old. It's running on ancient survival software. This quote just sums it up perfectly. By the time a worry or a thought actually pops into your conscious mind, you're not seeing the beginning of the process. You're just seeing the final headline from a massive operation that's been running in the background the entire time. Okay, so if our brain is this prediction machine, then what on earth is that overthinking loop? Well, in section 3, we're going to redefine it completely. Here is, the overthinking loop is not a malfunction. It's your brain's prediction engine doing exactly what it was designed to do. It's running a desperate search. It has flagged something as an unresolved threat or a situation that's just too ambiguous, and it will not rest until it finds a resolution. And that, of course, leads to the million-dollar question. If it's a search, what could it possibly be looking for that it can't seem to find inside your own head? What it's looking for, deep down, is one of these three things. It wants certainty, it wants a final, clean resolution, it wants a guarantee of safety. And here's the fatal flaw in its plan. Thinking alone can never, ever give it that. Thinking just generates more scenarios, which the engine then sees as more potential threats it needs to solve. It's a self-feeding cycle. Which gets us to the thing that drives us all nuts, right? If you can see the loop happening, why can't your awareness just step in and shut it off? Well, section 4 is all about this critical disconnect. The whole reason this is so tough becomes crystal clear when you see that we're dealing with two totally different systems in the brain. Your conscious awareness, the part of you that's listening to me right now, it lives in your prefrontal cortex. It's smart, but it's slow. But the loop itself, the prediction engine, that's running on older, deeper, and way faster automatic circuits. It's like a race, and the loop, well, it gets a massive head start every single time. Here's a great way to think about it. Your conscious awareness shows up at the light switch, ready to flip it off, but the electricity is already surging through the wires. The decision to turn on the power was made way further down the line, way before you even got there. Your conscious mind is literally just too late to the party. And that right there is why trying to argue with your thoughts or fill out worksheets can feel so pointless sometimes. You're applying a cognitive tool to what is fundamentally a nervous system process. It's like trying to fix a leaky pipe with a calculator. It's just the wrong tool for the job, period. Okay, so if thinking our way out of it is a dead end, what's left? Our final section explores a totally new path forward, sending a signal, not creating another thought. So the old approach, the one we all try, is to use a cognitive tool. We argue with the thought. We try to out-logic the loop. The new approach isn't about better thinking at all. It's about sending a completely different kind of message, a direct signal to the nervous system by communicating with the body to reach that prediction engine where it actually lives. And this completely changes how we should look at things like deep breathing or paying attention to our bodies. They aren't just some vague wellness ideas to help you relax. No, they are precise communication techniques. You're using your physical body to send a piece of data to that prediction engine that says, hey, whatever threat you're searching for, it does not require this level of red alert. Right here, right now, we're okay. So how do you actually start doing this? Where's the first step? It's not some complicated routine. It's super simple. Just this. The next time you feel that familiar loop start to spin up, just pause. Don't fight the thought. Instead, shift your attention and ask, where am I feeling this in my body? Is it in my chest, my stomach, my throat? Just locating that physical sensation for a few seconds interrupts the whole process. You're changing the channel, giving that prediction engine some new, real-time information to work with. And I want to leave you with this last thought because it's a really powerful one. That relentless, exhausting loop isn't proof that your mind is broken or that it's your enemy. It's actually profound evidence that you have a system working tirelessly with the only tools it knows how to use to try and keep you safe. So the goal isn't to fight that system anymore. The goal is to learn its language and finally give it the signal it's so desperately searching for. The signal that right now, you are safe.